Black skies of velvet and chrome.
Hello again, gamers. Welcome back to the Board Game Captain. I'm the Captain, and today I'm going to be talking about and showing you how to play and reviewing Rise Mafia Empire. So this game was designed by Eric D. Brown, and it is published by Sideshow Games. This is a little independent, kind of self-published game that is actually put out through the Game Crafter. I'll have a link to where you can purchase this in the description down below if you want to go check it out. But I want to give a big thank you to Sideshow Games and Eric D. Brown for sending me this copy of Rise Mafia Empire to check out. I am always interested in checking out little indie games like this. Before I get too into this, though, I do want to say I've got a ton of links in the description down below that you can check out at your leisure. There's a link to BoardGameCaptain.com, which is a great hub for all things Board Game Captain. And Lynn and I have started doing some semi-regular blog posts over there. There's also a link to my Teespring store. You can get cool gamer gear, Board Game Captain merch, like this shirt that says I drink and I game. It's what I do. And it's got a mug of beer and a D20 on it. I also have some mugs and other shirts there as well. And there's a link to my Patreon if you're in a position to and would like to support the channel. Head over to my Patreon, link in the description down below. All right, so let's have a look at what you get when you get this off the Game Crafter. Comes in a nice little cardboard box, and then you've got a rule booklet. The rule booklet is not bad. There were a few things that are a little ambiguous, but nothing I couldn't figure out on my own. And it is full color, and it's it's pretty decent. Next, we have the cards. You're going to be seeing a lot of them out there. They're pretty standard kind of shiny finish, slick finish kind of cards. But what I really do like about them is the artwork and the icons on them, because these cards look gorgeous. They are really, really good looking cards. I'm going to show you a few others too. I'm going to show some members of some of the one of the Mafia families here, because they look just really, really cool. I really like the art style. I really like what he went with here. So, and then you also have a red die. So it's cards, it's the rules and the die, and that's everything that comes in the box. So now I'm going to bring you over to the table. I'm going to run you through a full game of Rise Mafia Empire. And when we're done, I'm going to bring you back here. We're going to talk about how this game plays and how it feels. And I'm going to rate it and review it. Okay, so here we are set up to play a game of Rise Mafia Empire. So to set up, you each have to choose what faction you're going to be playing. In this case, I'll be playing the red on this side of the table. The red faction player is Angelo Benevento, the Don of the red faction, and he can recruit family members with a $1 discount. They only cost $2, where normally they cost $3 for all other players.
I'm over here playing the blue crime boss, who is Gavino Santos. He starts with a boxing club, and all his boxing clubs earn him $2 instead of $1.
Okay, so now what we do to set up is we shuffle our family deck, we place our Don out, we put the money out, which is $20 per player, and then we deal $8 to start with to each player. We shuffle up the business, law, and underboss deck, and we're ready to go. So now we're going to roll off to see who's going to go first. I got a 2. Ooh. Lynn got a 6. So Lynn, you're going to be starting us off. So the first phase of Lynn's turn is the income phase, where you get $1 for your Don and $1 for each front business, $2 for each racket. But again, boxing's normally a front, but one of her Don's abilities is she gets $2 for each boxing front. So Lynn is actually going to get $3,
So
which
I
is
get
pretty big.
2 for the boxing club and 1 for Madon.
Once she has taken all the money from her income, the next phase is the purchasing phase, where she can purchase cards for a hand. There is no max hand size. Businesses cost $4, and family cards cost $3, and underboss cards cost $15. But you must already have an underboss out in your family to be able to play to be able to buy them. So Lynn cannot currently get underboss cards. So Lynn, what are you going to purchase with your money?
First, I'm going to purchase a business.
A wise decision.
And then I'm going to purchase a family member. And then I'm going to use my last 4 to purchase another business.
Oh, now that Lynn has purchased all her cards, next is the action phase where you have a chance to play cards and do things like attack and things like that. But on the first round, no one is allowed to attack. There's a truce on the first round. So most of what Lynn's probably going to be doing for her possible 3 actions is going to be the playing of cards. So Lynn, what are your 3 actions going to be?
So first, I'm going to play a speakeasy.
Now that is a racket, so you don't want to leave that out in the open. I'm wondering if you're putting another front right over it.
I'm going to put a hotel over it as a front.
Ah, very nice.
And then I'm going to play an enforcer in front of my Don.
So now Lynn's businesses are vulnerable, but again, first round, I can't be attacking them. But her Don is protected. On her next turn, she's probably going to want to be getting some family members real quick so she can find some captains that she can play to protect her businesses so I won't be attacking them. Because those are 2 very valuable businesses. So for my turn, I only have the Don and he just gets me $1. But again, he does have a discount on buying family cards, so that's always good. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to buy a business, which costs me 4. Let's see what I got there. And then I'm going to buy me some family. Now, I get the discount. They only cost me 2. That's not bad. I'm going to buy another family member for another 2 and save 1 for the future. So, for my turn, I'm going to be playing a racket. It's a gambling establishment. It is a racket means it's an illegal business, though. So, since I don't have a front over it, I may possibly lose it. Hopefully not. But for right now, I'm going to play an enforcer and a captain out to protect my Don. So now that it's the end of my turn, I have to check to see if the cops bust my gambling establishment. Evens, I'm safe. Odds, I'm in trouble. Evens, I'm good. They did not bust my gambling ring. In which case, it is Lynn's turn.
Okay, so I get $1 for my Don, $2 for my boxing.
And again, that's because that's your special ability.
$1 for my hotel and $2 for my speakeasy.
Yes, all rackets always give you $2 a turn and fronts give you 1.
I'm going to spend 3 on a family.
Okay. Yeah, you definitely need some family to help protect, especially you've got some valuable establishments there.
And I'm going to spend my other 3 on another family.
Yeah, that's smart. Yeah, you got to protect them. Looking for captains, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Did you find any?
No, I have 2 enforcers, though, that I'm going to put out.
Okay, you got one more action. Are you going to attack? Or
I'm going to attack your gambling establishment.
So the first enforcer in her line there is going to attack the gambling establishment. She's going to roll a die. On a 1, they'll get ambushed and killed. On a 2, they have to draw a law card. On a 3 through 6, the gambling establishment gets destroyed. It's a 2, she has to draw a law card. So actually, my gambling establishment will survive.
Arrested.
Oh, no. I also have to draw a card, and mine is also arrested. We're each going to lose one of our people to being arrested. We put them in the arrested discard next to our family decks. We have a second discard that we turn sideways for if people get killed. Arrested people are not necessarily out of the game forever. There are cards like the jailbreak card, which you can use to get them back. Okay, so that was your third action, yes?
Yes.
All right, so lucky me, I still have my gambling establishment, which means I'm going to get $3. So that is good. Good. Now I'm really, though, it's like I really want to find a business to put over it, but you're also starting to attack me, and that's getting risky. You got unlucky and didn't destroy my gambling establishment, but I doubt my luck is going to hold out for long. So I think I am actually, though, going to buy another business because I could lose the gambling establishment, just because even without you attacking it. So I found something to protect it. I found a boxing ring to put over it, so now it is protected. I waived my other 2 actions, so I'm not going to do anything else. I could have moved my captain over to protect it, but then my Don would be unprotected. The thing is, your Don cannot be attacked if there are any of your family members to the right of them. So right now, Lynn can't attack the Don, should have to attack the captain, which is risky trying to survive a couple of attacks because it's harder to attack a person than it is to attack an establishment. When you go to attack a person on a 1 or a 2, they get ambushed and killed. On a 3, the police show up, and only on a 4 through 6 do you kill the target. So that's going to be it for my turn.
Okay, so I get $6. It hasn't changed since the last time. Okay, I'm going to use 4 of them to buy a business. And then I'm going to just do one action. I got a black market. I'm going to hide it in my boxing ring.
Okay, and you're not doing any other actions?
No.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know. Do I? I mean, I got 2 guys, but
You could attack if you wanted
I
to.
could.
It's up to you. My establishment is undefended. I would totally understand if you attacked it. I don't want you to, but
Yeah.
which probably means you should.
Yeah, I'm going to attack your boxing ring.
Okay, go ahead. And she succeeds with a 5. So they are discarded. I have lost my business and my illegal business as well. Totally destroyed, which stinks. Means on my turn, I'm only getting $1 for the Don. That is really, really rough. Now, in this case, I can waive all my actions just to get $1 more, which unfortunately I really need to do because I don't really have a whole, I don't have anything I could spend on anything. All I've got is the Don and the Captain, so it's already looking pretty dire for me. Now it's Lynn's turn.
Okay, so now I get 1 for my Don, 2 for my boxing, so that's 3. 2 for my black market, 1 for my hotel, 2 for my speakeasy.
Indeed.
I'm going to spend 3 on a family, another 3 on a family. I'm going to do 4 on another business.
Oh boy.
Okay. So I have another boxing club. And then I have an enforcer and an underboss.
Oh boy. So the underboss takes the next spot after the Don, and they cannot be harmed as long as they have anyone to their right as well, similar to the Don, but on a lower level. But they also give you access to purchasing underboss cards, which are very expensive. They cost $15, but they're also super deadly. So I'm in trouble here because Lynn is making lots of money and buying lots of stuff, and I am not. On my turn, I'm going to get my $1 here. I'm going to purchase a family member for $2. And then I'm going to play that family member for my first action. For my second action, I'm going to attack, because Lynn's businesses are all undefended. I'm going to attack her boxing and black market establishment there, because that would give a big hit to her currency. She's got way too much money coming in. And I rolled a 3, which for attacking a business is enough to destroy it. And that is my second action. For my third action, I'm also going to attack her hotel speakeasy, because now that is the most valuable of her businesses. Let's see what happens. And I rolled a 6, so I destroy that as well. That's my 3 actions. I'm done with my turn, and now it is Lynn's turn.
Okay, so now I get $3, 2 for my boxing, and 1 for my Don.
That really did turn things around a little bit for me there. Yeah.
And I'm going to attack your captain with my enforcer.
Oh boy. All right, well, roll for it. Let's see what happens. Oh, you got ambushed. Your enforcer is dead. So he goes in the dead discard pile next to Lynn's deck. So that was only your first action. You still got 2 more.
Okay, I'm going to try again with my next enforcer. Hopefully he's smarter.
Bad luck. He got the law involved, so neither of us die, but we each have to draw a law card, similar to when that mess up happened.
I got arrested.
Oh, okay, so you got to send someone to jail, and I also got someone arrested, so my captain goes to jail. So you still got rid of my captain, though. Now, you still got 1 more action left. Are you going to waive it, or are you going to do something with it?
Yeah, let's attack your next captain.
Oh, I'm in trouble. Yeah. That's all I have left protecting the Don is the 1 captain. Oh, a 2. You got ambushed. You are dead. Okay. My turn?
Yes.
All right, so I'm going to draw me $1, and then I'm going to buy another family member because I need it, and then I'm going to play the family member for my first action. For my second action, my enforcer is going to attack your boxing ring. So, and it's destroyed. He takes out the boxing ring. Yes, I have gotten in the way of your money. For my final action, I am going to attempt to attack your underboss. I can't believe I may have turned this around. And I killed your underboss. Your turn.
Okay, so now I get $1. I'm going to spend 3 to buy a family member, and then immediately play him. And that's going to be it.
Okay. So I get $1. Oh boy, decisions. I'm going to waive my other actions to get a second dollar.
Okay, I get $1. I have not enough money to buy anything, so I'm going to waive my actions to get another dollar as well.
I'm going to do it again. So again, I wind up with $2.
I'm going to spend my $3 to buy a family member,
Okay.
and I'm going to play him, Enforcer.
Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, my Enforcer is going to attack your Enforcer.
Okay. Oh man, my Enforcer is dead. D-E-D. Dead. Okay, my turn. I get $1. I'm going to spend $4 on a business. I know it's risky, but I need to get some more money going. It's a distillery. I'm going to play it as my first action. It's my second action. I'm going to take a very risky maneuver. I'm going to move my captain onto the distillery to defend it, just so that as long as it doesn't get wiped out by it being busted by the cops, which I'm hoping it doesn't, it'll be defended and I'll be able to get some more money and really keep turning this around. But the reason it's very risky is that it leaves my Don wide open. We'll see how this goes, but I do feel like otherwise we're kind of at a stalemate at the moment, so I got to do something. And it's an even roll, so I don't lose my distillery.
Okay, so I get $1. I can just try and take out your Don, can I?
You can.
I'm going to try that, even though...
All right, so you're going to send the Enforcer after my Don? It's a
Yeah.
50-50 shot. And it's a 3. The law gets involved. All right, let's see what happens.
Tax evasion.
You have to send a captain, underboss, or your Don to jail.
Okay. The captain's going to jail.
Oh boy. Now let me see what I got when the law got involved. I got shot.
Oh no.
Oh no. My captain is dead. When you draw a card like shot, you get to pick any one of your members of your family to get shot. In this case, it was my captain, because if I shot my Don, he's the only other member of my family, that'd be game over. But Lynn still has 2 actions, and my distillery is a sitting duck now. And so is my Don, for that matter. So let's see how this goes. Not that that worked out very well for you the last time.
I don't want to leave mine unprotected, so you can go.
Oh, goody! I get some money. I get $3. I'm gonna, let's see here. Ooh, decisions. I'm gonna spend 2 on a family member and 2 on another family member. My discount is coming in handy. And then on my turn, I'm gonna play. I've got the underboss and an enforcer. And then for my final of my 3 actions, I'm gonna send the enforcer after Lynn's enforcer there. So let's see if that works out for me. It did not. My enforcer got shot. I rolled a 1. Now remember, a 1 or a 2, and my guy who I sent over gets killed. A 3, and we both draw a law card, and a 4 through 6, and I successfully take them out. So your turn.
I get $1 for my Don, and yeah, I think.
Gonna get another $1?
No, I was gonna go after your underboss.
Oh.
I don't know. I think I should.
Okay.
I'm gonna do that.
Go after my underboss?
Yeah.
I personally, if I were you, I'd go after the distillery. It's the reason I've turned it around. And it's easier to take out.
That's true.
Remember, you got a 2/3 chance of taking out a distillery. You only got like a 50% chance of
Okay, I'll go after the distillery.
And you succeed. My distillery is gone, which means I lose my extra income. And that was only your first action. So you still could go after my underboss if you wanted.
Yeah, might as well.
And you've got what? You've still got 1 more action after that. So let's see what happens here. Oh, the underboss is dead. Okay. You've still got 1 more action. You could go after my Don. This guy's like the MVP.
Employee of the month.
Yeah,
I'm going after your Don.
All right, let's see. Oh, the Don shot you. Okay, so I get $1. I'm going to pass my actions and get a second $1.
I'm going to get $1, use my $3 to buy a family member. and then play him.
Not gonna do any attacks with him. I still only
No.
have the Don. You could if you take him out, that's game.
Yeah, but
You don't want to leave your Don undefended.
no.
Because the thing is, on my next turn, I'm getting someone else to defend
That's
my Don.
true. Okay, so I'm gonna go after your Don.
Okay. And that's game. The Don is dead. All right, and that is how you play a game of Rise Mafia Empire. You play out a bit of the Prohibition era, hiding businesses, hiding illegal businesses and behind legitimate businesses, ordering hits on your opponent's family members, and basically trying to take out all of your opponents. Now, if you're playing a larger size game, more than 2 players, there is player elimination in this, and you play until you're the last family standing. But in addition, there is another way to win. If the money deck ever runs out, whoever has the most money wins through economics. So now we're going to head back over. I'm going to talk about how this game plays and how it feels, and I'm going to rate it and review it. Okay, so that's how you play a game of Rise Mafia Empire. That's really all there is to it. Now, I didn't talk in the beginning about the fact that this is listed as a 12 years and up, 20 to 90 minutes, and a 2 to 4 player game. So, in regard to the 2 to 4 players, this game can have player elimination and can last a while, hence the 20 to 90 minutes. So I really don't recommend this at more than 2 players. I think at 2 players, this is a great heads-up game. More than that, it can become an issue because someone can get eliminated and they'll be sitting around twiddling their thumbs. So I like it specifically at 2 players. The other player counts feel like they're kind of shoehorned in. The 20 to 90 minutes is pretty accurate. This game can go really quick, like the one we showed, or it can drag on for some time, especially if you get in kind of a stalemate sort of situation. Now, in regard to the 12 years and up, this is a little bit of an overestimate, but I think it might be because of theme. Because, I mean, you're playing organized criminals who are murdering each other. So I think that probably is because of the theme. The mechanics are fairly easy in this, and I don't think would require someone to be 12 years and up to play. I think as long as you're okay with the theme and you're playing it with a kid in your house who's 10 years old, you're probably going to be okay. All right, so that said, let's talk about this game. Let's talk about the ups and the downs. So first off, something that's a little strange to me. This game is very light. This is a much lighter game than I thought it was going to be before I played it. Very easy to understand, very easy to teach, very easy to play. And while generally that's a good thing, it's a little weird with this because, again, with the theme, you have a fairly dark adult theme, and then you have a game that's solidly a family weight game. This is a very, very light game. So it feels a little odd to me in that regard. I feel like the designer could have maybe upped the complexity a bit, considering he was going with a fairly adult theme, especially of not just being building a mafia empire, but specifically building a mafia empire during Prohibition, which is, both a adult because of the violence in the theme, but also adult because of the historical implications. The fact that it's referencing a specific time period in history, which I really like. I do think that's good, and I'll be talking about the theme and the artwork a little bit more during the positives. But I do think it's a little weird the mixture of a very light game juxtaposed with the more adult theme. That said, another issue I have is that, again, there is that player elimination if you play it at more than 2 players, and then also the different Mafia Dons and their asymmetrical player powers aren't very well balanced at all. So there are 4 Mafia Dons, and this is the biggest downside for me. There are 4 Mafia Dons that come in the starter set. There's more in the expansions, which I will be doing a separate video on the expansions at some point. But I want to talk a little bit about this because you've got, all right, definitely the best set of abilities is the one Lynn was playing, Gavino Santos. His ability of starting with getting more money than anyone else on most turns is fantastic, and no one else even comes close. But the next closest is the character I was playing, Angelo Benevento, because of how he gets a discount on every family member he buys. He's the only one that gets anywhere near the ballpark of Gavino Santos. And then the other 2 are big steps down. You've got George Freeman, who at the beginning of every turn, he rolls the die, and if he rolls a 6, he gains $3 for free. If he rolls a 1, he loses $2. If he rolls a 2 through 5, nothing happens. So, most of the time, 2/3 of the time, in fact, his ability literally does nothing. not very good, especially compared to Gavino Santos, who every turn is getting more money than most of the other players because he starts with a boxing ring, and boxing rings give him $2 instead of $1. And then the last one is Costanzo Falcone, or Falcone, who, when he has to draw law enforcement cards, raid and crackdown cards, he is completely immune to. He's a little bit better than George Freeman, but not by much. And I would say that 9 times out of 10, if you're playing either George Freeman or Costanzo Falcone against Gavino Santos is going to win. And that's kind of an issue. Now, if you play Gavino Santos versus Angelo Benevento, he's got more of a chance. So you do have to really pay attention to the abilities here, because some of them pair up okay with each other. Again, if you play George Freeman versus Costanzo Falcone, you have a much more even match. But yes, some of these just don't very well match up with each other in regard to power level. They are not very well balanced. Now, that said, the other bit of a downside I have here is there is a ton of randomness. You have the randomness of the card draws, and you also have the randomness of the dice rolls. The dice rolls are killer when it comes to randomness, because you could be doing something that you really should be able to succeed at, and you roll that one, and that just kills you. That kills your all-important character. Now, granted, this is supposed to be a fairly light game, and you're not supposed to be taking it too seriously. It is kind of a beer and pretzels game, but because it can go more than an hour, it could, even by its own admission, could go up to maybe an hour and a half, and I have had games not quite an hour and a half, but get over an hour. I do think that it can be a bit of an issue with how much randomness there is in this, especially because when I'm going to now, I'll shift gears and talk about the positives. One of my favorite parts of this is the strategy of the tableau building when you're building up your businesses and you're putting the fake fronts on front of the rackets, and then you're putting a captain on there to protect that business so it can't be easily attacked. They have to attack your captain instead. That is all really cool. I really enjoy that. That is really fun. I like doing that. We didn't get to do too much of that because we wiped out each other's businesses a lot in the game we showed in the tutorial, but it is really fun when you get into doing that. Also playing towards your strengths and buying the right cards at the right times. And eventually, if you get a underboss and are able to have a good enough money-making machine where you can buy those underboss cards, those things are killer and are incredibly fun. There's even one, the St. Valentine's Day Massacre, that causes your opponent to have to kill 3 of their family members, which is nuts. It is a possibly game-winning card. Really, really powerful. So yeah, so also another thing I really like, I like the theme, I like the look of the cards, the artwork on the cards is gorgeous. I do like how easy it is to just pick up and play, but again, that said, also I have the downside of the fact that it's super light. So overall, the big question is, do I like Rise Mafia Empire? My answer is going to be yes. I do like Rise Mafia Empire. You have to know what you're getting into, though, because this is not a really advanced total simulation of building a Mafia Empire. It's very light. It's a very simplistic game. That said, I do think it's a fun beer and pretzels game, but I would have to kind of be in the mood to play it. And because of that, I'm going to give Rise Mafia Empire 6 out of 10 stars. I do like it. And if you are interested in checking out, again, there's a link in the description down below to where you can buy Rise Mafia Empire. And stay tuned because I will be doing another video to talk about the expansions, because Sideshow Games sent me the expansions as well to check out. So I'm going to go over all of the extra asymmetrical player powers you get for the other factions that are in the expansions, and hopefully I can find some better matchups with some of the different Mafia Dons. So there you go. Now, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns either on this video or on the game of Rise Mafia Empire, feel free to put them in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this review and tutorial of a card game like this and you'd like to see me do more like it, be sure to give it a like, share it on all forms of social media, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to the Board Game Captain. That's Captain spelled with a K on YouTube. And until next time, game on.